Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. It's been 2 months since I last uploaded the sketchbook tour, and these ones are well, I finally started numbering all my sketchbooks again. We have number 87, 88 and 89. I will tour all of these in this video, so I don't have to like make 3 separate videos, so this will probably be long. So yeah, you should grab your art supplies, a drink of your choice. I got a mojito without alcohol, and yeah. Okay, so we're starting with number 87. We're basically going from smallest to biggest. I'll just put these. Also, look how thick this is. Look forward to that one. Okay, so about these sketchbooks, these two were right before my finals, and this one also after my finals. I don't know how much about that will be in the sketchbook, or in all of these sketchbooks, but maybe I'll talk a bit about it, who knows. I think I'll zoom in a little bit for this one since it's so small. Yeah, okay, so all these stickers, got them somewhere, probably Stationery Pal or a store in real life, and Blue Lock and Awashi stickers printed out by myself from manga and anime screenshots, and this one I got on Etsy. It's so cute. I love this one. Perona, my beloved, she's so cute. I will put the artist on the screen right now. Alright, so let's get into the sketch. What is this? Give me a moment before I accidentally leak something. Okay, yeah, so this is just school stuff back from when I had school. Wow, and this is... Whoa, guys, watch out, watch out. An empty sheet of paper. This was probably leftover paper I had from my maths exam back then. But yeah, okay, so... opening page is basically just a spread of random stuff. These Wings Club stickers, I sadly don't remember the artist. I got them like 3 years ago at a small convention, so yeah. Everything else, just stuff I had collected over time. I don't know how... You're gonna see quite a bunch of these One Piece things because I have a lot of One Piece plushies, let's say it like that, and they keep getting more. Then first page I skipped, and like this one because it's kind of iffy to draw, and you can see how long the sketchbook has been laying around because it's from, this is a Conhon from Drawing Like a Sir. I got on Comic-Con 2022, so... Well, but I really love this commission a lot. It's Reagan from Upcycle, and also little Dimple and Mob here. So yeah, excuse me, it's not Comic-Con, it's Reagan-Con, obviously. But yeah, this is one of, I think, 3 commissions or Conhons I've gotten from him. I don't know if he still goes to conventions. He like talked about it at some point. I don't know if it was in a YouTube video or... maybe like on a live stream or on Instagram, I don't know, but he said he wouldn't really go to cons anymore, at least with his own table, because he wants to have the experience of like actually going to a convention and not just selling his stuff there, if I remember correctly. But yeah, then here's my opening page, well, the proper introduction page, I'd say. Mao, my melody, well, no longer 20, I have recently turned 21. Data, this is my persona. Then, so this page is Shachi from One Piece. He's so silly. He's so silly. Also, guys, do you like my nails? They're so pretty. Look at this. They're just those glue, like you just glue them on. Yeah, then something I did a lot in this sketchbook was using up all my Blue Lock stickers, because my Blue Lock, I still have interest in it, like I keep up with it, but I wouldn't really say that I'm a huge fan anymore. I'm still somewhat invested, but the peak of my Blue Lock phase was I don't know, 2 years ago. So I still have a lot of stickers I made back then, because that was back when I got my sticker paper. So I went crazy, and I also still had a bunch of stickers left from Niansu on Redbubble. Also putting their shop here. This one, I have a bunch of their stickers, they're so cute. And the Sonic thing, they're from, oh well, I can't really live, oh okay, Sinister Cos Art. I don't know if they still go by that handle, but I got Sonic pins from them at a convention 3 years ago, say convention from where I got these. Yeah. Then here's my OC Lua and his brother Nunsix, and then yeah, I also drew their other brother Koi, so it just went from youngest to oldest. And here's Noxia. I hadn't drawn her in a really long time, so I wanted to draw her again. Yeah, Santetsu page. I love Santetsu. This was like one of those I love my boyfriend stickers, because I used to self-ship with him. I no longer do, because, you know, he's 17. I'm older than that, so yeah, and also I'm not really into Blue Lock anymore as deep to like have comfort characters or self-ship characters. But yeah, then here I practiced some perspective stuff. This was really fun. I think this is 2-point perspective. Then here we have 3-point perspective, I think, or was this 1 point? This is 1-point perspective, never mind. This is 2-point perspective. And I think here I tried 3-point, but I learned the first two, we practiced them at school, and this one I just did for myself. I think I looked stuff up on Pinterest, because for my finals, if you don't know, I was a graphic design student. I recently graduated, like 1.5 weeks ago was my graduation party, and for my drawing finals, or like art finals, I had to draw something in 2-point perspective. Then here's Sanji, my beloved. He's so silly. And then I also drew Ichiji. At this point, Ichiji was my favorite of the Witsmoke brothers. But now it's Yonji. I even have a Yuma ship with him. So there's that. Do I have to censor this now? Yeah, Taku. And Jake, just some warm-ups before I went to make more polished art. Well, here's Sho, as I've already mentioned, Blue Lock. This is basically an OC-fied version of Baru, because he's one of my favorite characters, and I didn't want to leave him behind, you know, with all my passion and love I had for him, so OC-fied him. Yeah, there will probably be more about my... Well, I have 2 OC-fied... No, 3 OC-fied Blue Lock characters. And, yeah. Venus and... Okay, so I don't remember which episode this was, but I think it was shortly after Whole Cake... No, not Whole Cake. Dressrosa arc, and before Whole Cake, and before Zoo arc. Well, I read the manga first and also watched the anime. I'm almost caught up with the anime, just like 20 or 22 episodes until I'm caught up, but I hate watching sub. I watch the German dub usually. But yeah, this guy, so silly. Shimoi Zappa. If he's not in the manga, he's just in the anime because it's from the Marine Rookies filler arc. And that filler arc was maybe 2 episodes, which I'm low-key sad about. Usually the filler arcs, they're just there, you know. I don't mind them, but I'm also not super invested in them. But I wish that he would have gotten more episodes, also because the other guy, I forgot the other guy's name from that. Well, there were 2 more, but like they were somewhat of a trio, I think. I forgot their names. But he stuck in my mind. Well, honestly, without me writing it down, I probably would have forgotten his name. But I love his design. He's so silly. He's basically just... He's very similar to Sanji, let's say it like that. But yeah. Okay, more stickers. This one again by Niansu on Redbubble. And stuff that has accumulated, and also stickers. And here's Taku. Oh, I really miss using my acrylic markers. Oh my god. Seeing this again just makes me want to use them again, but at the moment I can't really draw my sketchbook because I have like here between my fingers I have eczema. Well, I think it's eczema. And basically when I draw traditionally I want to wash my hands a lot, and I already use like stuff on my hands that has no soap to not like inflame my skin more. But I should still not wash my hands a lot, and yeah, so I try to do more digital art instead, and honestly I just play video games a lot. I recently bought Fields of Mistria, and I've been replaying Stardew Valley, just with mods this time, and also I got Rune Factory 5 yesterday, so you probably can tell I like farming games, but yeah, I can't really draw my sketchbook at the moment, because using traditional art supplies makes me want to wash my hands a lot, especially when I use like erasers. I don't know what it is, I just get... I wouldn't really say they're compulsions, well, they're somewhat compulsions. They used to be a lot worse. I used to have to like wash my hands 5 times before I was able to go to bed because I would feel really icky, but that has improved a lot, but yeah. Okay, Yuma Ship Art, Ina from One Piece. Love it. I love him. And well, yeah, my persona. Then here's Melody, my One Piece self-insert. They're Sir Crocodile's and Doflamingo's child, but like they divorce. So Melody just stays with Crocodile for most of the time. But yeah, this is basically after the Alabasta arc, and Melody is like taken in by the Marines. By Smoker, and Melody keeps being like, can you take the handcuffs off? Please, I did nothing wrong. Even though they like, you know, Alabasta arc, and Smoker's like, no, obviously not. But they were freed. They get to go to Dressrosa and the Fifth of Flamingo, and yeah, here's Dynamite. He's one of my favorite OCs, but I've come to draw him very rarely, especially this design. This is like when he's older, like into his mid to late 20s. And more Blue Lock stuff, and oh, Mihawk. Around this time, I think I randomly texted my friend and my tripletotic boyfriend something like, do you think Mihawk has like an evil twin brother called Mihawk Tour? And I'm so sorry. Random stuffy stuff I saw on Pinterest. Feeling devious. He's just a silly guy. Maths, I was studying for my last maths exam ever. And here's just Marble Block stuff. This is just me studying maths. Okay, Dynamite again. I really like this. I was kind of experimenting with... I think these are... No, I think this was leftover paint I had on a palette, so I used that. Here I do Sinif. I think that's Sinif. Either it's Sinif or Mia. They have kind of similar designs, so I'm working on changing Sinif's design to like make her stand out more and not look as much as Mia when I just sketch them. Okay, more maps. Yeah. Okay, you can tell I watched Whole Cake Island because Cracker, I love this guy. At that point he was my favorite of the Charlotte siblings, but by now it's Perospero. I think I really like him still. And yeah, he's just silly. Also, he's super fun to play in Pirate Warriors 4. So there's that. And here's some Yuma art of Bartolomeo and Melody. He like, it's super unhygienic, but basically after every time they have like, they fight other people, you know, and Melody has blood, no matter if it's their own or like from enemies, Barto just licks it. It's not like in a sexual way or something. He just wants to clean them like a cat, you know. So there's that. Also, I forgot something I wanted to say about Cracker. I'm really in a yuppie mood today. I should drink something. Okay, guys, witness me opening this with these long ass nails because that's hard. Do we think it will break off? It's happened with my last set of nails. Well... well, I'll have to glue that back on. Okay, this was harder than I would like to admit. Probably because the can is like smaller. I have an easier time opening bigger cans like Monster, but also I honestly have no idea what I should use to like glue this thing back on my nail. I just have my nail glue, so I will be doing that later. Anyways, I wanted to say something about Cracker. Wow, I just go all over the place in the sketchbook tour regarding what I yap about. But anyways, Cracker. So in the manga, he had his fight with Luffy wasn't that long. It was fine. Like it was. I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember how long it was, but he wasn't there for that long. But in the anime, I think it was like 5 to 8 episodes. Well, not the entire episodes were the fight, but the fight was a lot longer, and he had more screen time. And I already I loved him in the manga because he's so silly and his design is so fun. And then, but I did wonder, like, how does he have so many fans? Because he just wasn't there for a long time in the manga. And then I watched the anime and I was like, oh, I get it. Also, I love his German VA. I don't know his Japanese and English ones, but the German one, perfect. Okay, now we go on. Oh, more maps. Okay. This was stuff for a school project. Where I did some thumbnails, and I think half of the sketchbook is me studying maths. Oh well. Yeah. Okay, so is this? Yeah, it's perfect. Bato doodles because I love them very much, and my self-insert again here. Friends drew their OCs. What the skibidi? Alright. Then here I do Mello, my OC, and Jake. And Jake is a little Chikawa. This doodle is so cute. I love it so much. Just look at him. And I don't think it was Chikawa, but I found like a Twitter something where someone drew a lot of One Piece characters as these silly little guys, and I showed it to my friends in school, and my friend was like, no, Granica, because it's their favorite character from One Piece, so I just drew it myself. I also drew Kaku. Kaku is actually called Eki in the German dub, which I think is the far superior name. Kaku is silly, but Eki Zugeluft, that's even sillier. But anyways, also my OC Taku as silly creature and as a mink. Yeah, and yeah, more bunny Taku. Notes I was taking in class, and Taku. You can tell I love drawing her. Then here, the flamingo, crocodile, and their child, myself insert. This was when I properly started thinking about my One Piece AU, because, well, honestly, my One Piece AU isn't super far from canon. Basically, all important events stay the same. Just these two were married for a while and adopted a child, and a bit about Baroque works is different, I guess. And obviously the stuff with myself insert being there and some more stuff. And also, one of my OCs and friends' OCs, and yeah, I don't take my AU like super serious as in writing everything down. I just have it in my mind and draw my art for it, just so I don't struggle when something strays away from canon, you know. Yeah, Caesar Clown, grown-ass man. but he's so silly. I love him. He's just a pathetic, wet, soggy cat. Jake, little guy, and which of my OCs is that? Oh yeah, that's Sato. I haven't drawn her in a while, and I want to change her hairstyle. And here's I practiced more perspective in class. This was like one of, if not the last art class I had, and my teacher actually brought us another practice with like monochrome painting, but I'm already pretty good at that, or like pretty fine with my skills. So I wanted to practice perspective, and I found this drawing of Chikawa being stuffed in a glass, so I drew that in perspective. Then this other Chikawa, and then it looked like it was abducted, so I drew that, so alien abduction. Silly guy, what was his name? Hayama, but what? Tosuke. I have so many OCs, I have like over 100, so I tend to sometimes forget their names. Oh, Baruto! Hello, Baruto! And height differences. I'm fucking tiny. I'm like 1 meter 56 centimeters. I have no idea how much that is in feet. Look it up yourself, Americans. And yeah, Crocodile is like 2 meter 50, I think, and Duffy is over 3 meters, so yeah. Shizuo, he's my friend's OC, and he's also in my One Piece AU with Taku. And here's, Taku is Chikawa, also Chikawa, and Shizuo is Usagi. Then here's just some stuff I wrote down for my AU, and Melody again in their cat form because they ate the cat fruit. Model a domesticated cat. There's like different models. There's like, Rob Lucci has another one, and what other? I honestly don't know right now. And yeah, also their Melody's transponder snail. Would you eat them for $1? Yeah. Blade, because I hadn't drawn him in a while and wanted to do it again. Stickers. Luz and Sunny and Devi. I really have to draw them more often. I draw Devi the most out of the three, I think. But I should draw Luz and Sunny more as well, because they're super cute. In general, they're like a throuple, so I want to draw these three more often together as well. Here's Paul, and just a bunch of Chikawas. I think at this point I just wanted to get done with the sketchbook, so I was just sketching and doodling some random stuff. Until I decided I don't want to burn myself out as I often do with my sketchbook, so there's just a couple of pages left. So yeah, also I forgot to mention, this is a Talent's art creation sketchbook, one of my, if not my favorite sketchbook ever. I just prefer getting the A4 ones instead of the small ones because I prefer having a bigger space to draw. Okay, so next sketchbook. This is a thick boy. Okay, now I actually have to zoom out a bit. So yeah, this is fine. Sticker, I will put the red bubble up again, nothing on the back. And yeah, so this actually, okay, before I get into it, a bunch of Awashi stickers I made or like printed out. Yippee! And okay, apparently I don't have that thing anymore. Like sketchbooks often have this thing around, but well, actually it's the same brand as this. This is Fabriano. These are also, I recently went to Italy for vacation, so I bought a bunch of these small ones. They're super cute. And yeah, this is actually a notebook for like, it's meant for writing, but it was pretty fine for drawing as well, especially since I was like not doing much finished art in here. It felt really nice to just doodle with a fountain pen or a fine liner. I did color stuff occasionally, but mostly if I wanted to draw something colored, I just drew it on separate paper and glued it in here. So yeah, here's to start off my One Piece Yuma ship with Barto, and I'm pretty sure this was before I started Yuma shipping with Yonji. And here's Taku. So you can see this paper is so thin, like incredibly thin, and using watercolors warped it so much. Like, alright. Anyways, Taku, I have like different versions of her, like the Blue Lock version, which is, let's say, the origin, then my OC Universe version, then One Piece, and this is the Fire Emblem Three Houses one. And Jake. So, as you can see, for inks, this was super nice. I just put a couple inks in my fountain pens, and yeah. The paper was a bit too smooth for my taste, especially regarding like color. Not color pencils, I mean graphite pencils. But yeah, I often just went in with ink directly, which also is nice because, you know, can't erase and line confidence and all that stuff. The sketchbook is also really colorful since I mostly used inks. Just some AU notes and song lyrics, more song lyrics. Jake. Sketchbook is so thick, even though we're not even at the, well, we're almost at the point where I started gluing in a lot. This is, I think, the thickest sketchbook I ever had, and my goal is to have one that's even thicker than this one day. So yeah, Milo, and this is probably my favorite page. Look at Taku, she's so silly. She's like, these little things are glued in. They're actually meant for like nails, but I think they're really cute for sketchbook stuff as well. Then here's more Taku. You can actually lift this one up. Well, there's nothing to see there, so Milo and Sho and Ninsix and a bunch of Molang stickers I've had for years. Some Sumiko Gurashi stickers as well, saved for later consumption, and these One Piece sticker packages. I got like a pack of them with like five of these, I think, and I gotta use the stickers on my sketchbooks at some point. I bought them because they're One Piece and they're cool. Not because I genuinely want to like collect stickers like some people do with Pokemon cards and all. And yeah, Ryu, she's so like Sho is an Ozified Blue character, and this is also one. This is Ryu comes from Shido. So yeah. Then I do Aqua. Well, one of the few times I used a pencil to sketch in here. Then Banban and Galax. Banban actually isn't much of an actual character, like they're just a plushie. But to Galax, it's like somewhat of an imaginary friend, I guess. Well, it's a plushie, but he like also talks to it, you know. Oh yeah, Soda and Pop. I haven't drawn them in so long. I need to draw them more again. They're like, so I can't get into everything because it's so much lore, but basically Soda is an AI. And what's funny? I came up with her like a couple months before back then Doll-E, like that first image AI generating thing got like big back in 2022. So yeah, but basically she's an AI, and Pop is like she like came or developed out of a glitch that was in Soda's files, and just ended up developing, like copying a bunch of her data, and became her own entity, let's say it like that. Oh, I skipped the page. Oh, just some sillies. This was when I started being more like free, I think, like where I decided I don't want to just focus on character art. I want to draw some silly stuff too. So I would just draw silly creatures and plushies I saw on Pinterest. So yeah, I love this red plushie. It's so silly, and I did a lot of that, and it was so much fun. I have to do it again. Zip Zorb, and yeah, I was just having so much fun, and especially since this year I often got art blocked, this was super freeing and helped me a lot to like not just have to have my mind on character art, but also just draw random things I think are cute and silly. Like this Sumiko Gurashi Tapioca banana plush. Like, look at it. And yeah, just it was so much fun. This one is from a FNAF plushie I got back when Security Breach came out. Secret of the Mimic recently released. So there's that. Oh, my boyfriend and me as Chikawa, and also Cat and Zip Zorb. Then I decided to like combine the silly drawing stuff with my OCs. So here's Jake in a little strawberry outfit, and Dynamite as a little bunny. Then here's, well, I actually drew in the sketchbook again. Also, I have no idea when. Well, I will probably have mentioned it somewhere in the sketchbook regarding my finals starting, because this was all still right before the finals. I think it was the couple of days or the 1 week of where after classes have all ended and finals were about to start. Yeah, my persona. This is Mia. Since I mentioned her and Sinif looking somewhat similar in the previous sketchbook. I think this was supposed to be Sato, and I did not like the pose, and it's just a sketchbook, doesn't matter. Back to the silly stuff, song lyrics, and Jake. Oh, I like this one. And once again, back to drawing random stuff. I started drawing fruits and some gesture drawing. I think I was really art blocked at this time, or I was super nervous about final starting, so I was just trying to get something done. And yeah. Uma Tokita from Kengan Ashura, I was trying to like somewhat copy the original art style, like combine it with mine. Not a huge fan, just because I prefer my art style for drawing. And Milo, and alright, so I actually have already recorded a sketchbook tour of this one once, but I didn't like the recording, and it's been so long since I recorded it, and I don't like editing videos and uploading them like 5 months after I already recorded them. Well, this isn't really 5 months ago, but like 3 months maybe. And I discovered this random empty page while my last try of filming it, so I put the little bunnies here. Then Milo again, some stars, and more stuff. This is just super fun. Oh, I skipped the page. Honestly, if you ever get art blocked, just look up silly creatures or scrunkly doodle or something like that on Pinterest and draw whatever you see. It's so much fun, and just don't even use a like pencil you can erase. Just go straight in with a fine liner or something, because this was so much fun. Like I drew random stuff I had sitting around. Like this was my deodorant. This was picture. This was a pack of my. Actually, I have them here. My cough drops. Drops? Yeah, I think they're called cough drops in English, but yeah. More Milo. I really got into drawing him again around this time. Then here's more sillies, and I don't know when this is from, like if I drew this actually at this time or if it was a drawing from some time earlier. I just found again and put in here. Lyrics. I think I was super nervous about finals here. Oh yeah, here was like, finals tomorrow. Panic! And then my finals were like 2 weeks. Every day I had to go to school, like obviously not the weekends, but every day I had to go to school from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. I had an hour of lunch break in between, but basically 8 hours of work doing stuff. So first we had typography, then art, then photography or like photo design, and then graphic design, and we got tasks and stuff to do there. And yeah, my finals, I was dead. Like I during and after the finals, I just, well, but I survived them, and after getting through the practical finals, I only had to do 4 like writing finals, and I slayed them as well. As I said, I have recently graduated, so I did not fail. Yeah, Milo, he also got a One Piece version just for fun. Also because like he just fits with being besties with Perona, and also I was like, I really like Gecko Mariah. He's cool, but he's a pain to draw. I tried to draw him in the sketchbook, you will see later. And yeah, so Perona was adopted by Mariah, or like taken in by Mariah when she was a child, and I thought I'd do the same for Milo, so he and Perona are like besties. And yeah, and also because he's a demon. Well, in One Piece universe, he's not exactly a demon because that species doesn't exist. He's just a human with horns and wings, because humans with horns exist there. Just, I don't know, look at Magellan. What even is he, you know? But yeah, and also, you know, with Gecko Mariah and his crew, there's Hawkback, who's like evil scientist type of character. He could have also like given them to Milo. I don't know, I haven't exactly thought of his One Piece lore yet, besides he's besties with Perona and was adopted by Gecko Mariah. Yeah, I drew him, more of him, and some stuff. This is from... oh yeah, this is actually from a Law necklace I got, but for some reason it was in a Luffy packaging, so there's that. Yeah, stuff. As you can see, a lot of these, because I just have so many One Piece plushies. More of them. I think around this time I was... Booby. I was like... Oh yeah, here's Mariah. I was tired, but I wanted to draw, but I was also tired from finals just having finished, but I wanted to draw. Gecko Mariah. I showed this to a friend and he gave me some advice regarding how to draw his body, because he's super tall. He's like 6 meters, I think, or 5 meters, something like that. One Piece characters are ridiculously tall. And yeah, because he doesn't really look tall here, you know. But yeah, I do like the way I draw his face, though. Nynsix and Taku. Then I forgot what these are called, but they're like some type of snail, and they're so cute. I saw them on Twitter and I just had to draw one because it's so silly. Also, it reminds me of one of my friends. Yeah, anyways, Lindsay and Jake. Then Taku. I just glued in a lot of stuff. I was not only not really in the mood to draw, but wanted to fill the sketchbook, but also wanted to make it fake as fuck. So yeah, Lua. More drawings of Cracker. He's so silly. I love him. And more Cracker. Yeah. My persona and more Caesar Clown. Yeah, I was watching Whole Cake Island around this time. Still, I like during my finals, and I think also before my finals, I got really slow with watching One Piece, and also afterwards. And then at some point, a couple of weeks ago, I started catching up again, but I also haven't watched an episode in like a month. As I said, I just hate watching sub. I usually watch it like while I'm drawing or gaming, so yeah. But with sub, I have to actually read, so I started to watch One Piece while I knit. Yeah, I actually don't know if there's any art after this, so we're just flipping through it until I have something to say. Oh yeah, this is from Rumiya Art, or I think that's her ad. Maybe I didn't glue in one of her cards. But basically, I saw her at conventions twice in 2023, and both times I got kanhans from her because I just love her art style, and she mostly sells like her merch at that time. I don't know what it is nowadays, but I'm pretty sure she will have a table at a con I plan to go to, so yeah. I saw her drawing alien stage stuff on Instagram, so if she has any alien stage stuff, I will so be getting it. But around this time it was mainly Genshin, and I'm not into Genshin, so I opted to getting Conhons instead of two of my OCs, and the second time I got one, she thanked me for my support, and so I got a freebie sticker because she remembered me actually from the first commission, which was so cute. She's so sweet. And yeah, stuff. Oh yeah, this is a school project from... I actually don't really remember, but I don't think I ever showed it in a video. Well, I'm not sure, but basically we had to make a little booklet that can then also be folded open as a poster. I have a bigger version of it with like... This was just a test print. I have a bigger, better version of it, but it's in the living room on the wall. So yeah, here's my OCs, Criticus and Rubris. Basically, it's meant to be hung up this way, regarding as a poster, because the main focus are the characters, but when it's folded, you like pay more attention to the lyrics I wrote down here. And yeah, I just had it in my box of stuff I accumulate. Oh my god, stuff is harder to do with long nails. I've only had them for like 1.5 weeks. Well, these ones I put on yesterday, but the set I had on before I had for another week. So yeah, this was just a thumbnail sketch of the thing I just showed. Stickers my friend made for me. I finally glued in the thing I got on my Baki plush. I got my Baki plush in like fall 2023. So yeah. Oh yeah, I just didn't want to continue the sketchbook anymore, so I finished it, or like I ended it. I just noticed I was like just gluing and stuff. I didn't want to draw in it anymore, and I just get burnt out at the end of sketchbooks. Like depending on how many pages it has, something around the last 10 to 5 pages. So yeah. Now we have this one. I will be zooming out again. Yeah. So stickers. These two are from Redbubble as well. We'll put the artists here. Alright. Then, well, you already know it, stickers. Then, my persona. This sketchbook is somewhat thick, but not like super thick. Also, this is a watercolor sketchbook from Bösner. It's, besides the Talent's Art Creation sketchbook, this is probably my favorite. I just really love the paper. It handles everything super well, so yeah. Oh yeah, I became a skincare girly. So basically I had a huge skin picking problem, and doing skincare helped me to like recover. I still pick on my skin sometimes, but there was a time when my whole like shoulders and chest were like scratched open. I had so many little wounds, and I still have like scarring there. I didn't pick on my face that much around this time. Like around the time I started skincare, but then I got a breakout because I started using retinol, and it often happens that like your skin kind of purges everything that's in there when you start retinol. Some people don't. For some people it doesn't happen. For some people it does. And for me it happened. So all over my jawline I started breaking out, and I started picking on that. But by now I don't really pick on my skin much. Just sometimes. But I don't have like many open wounds anymore, because when I was like scratching my shoulders and chest, I was like bleeding a lot, and I was reopening wounds over and over. But it really helped me to like do skincare, first to help the healing process, and second to like take a few minutes each morning and evening to like focus on my skin, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it, but it helped. So I like to take care of myself and to not like destroy the progress I've made. Yeah, so you will see a lot of skincare packages. I went a whole tangent again, but you'll have to live with that. You watch my sketchbook tours for my yapping. By now you've noticed how much I yap anyway. So anyways, One Piece character fan art of some of my favorites. Bartolomeo, I think this is my favorite drawing I've ever made of him. He's silly. Then Ine and Inazuma and Cracker. Then here's Jake and Dynamite. And I also got a new pen. Spoiler, that pen didn't last long because I was studying a lot of maths. So then here's Milo. And fun fact about this cleansing balm. Also, No Cosmetics is probably my favorite skincare brand. I haven't tried out many brands, but my skin takes their products very well so far. I got this cleansing balm. I got it for free. Like, the drugstore where I bought it, they like, I have their app, and if you bought stuff above, I think like 30 euros from this brand, you got this cleansing balm for free. And I think just the balm on its own is like 14 euro or something. So I got one of the creams, and like the XXL versions. They had limited XXL versions, and also an eye cream. And then I got like over 30 euros, so I got one of these for free, and I haven't used it much, but it is nice. I'm just not really a big fan of cleansing balms so far, but I think I just have to get a few more uses of it after my current cleansers are used up. Then I'll get like used to it. Okay, so some Barto Yuma art. I drew him way too skinny here. He should be a bit broader. But yeah, then here's Yandi. This was when my Yuma shipper from started. This is the first Yuma shipper art. Also, it's kind of fun to see art of myself from a bit back, because I still had longer hair. I recently got it cut, so you're gonna see that soon. Oh yeah, this is the XXL cream I just mentioned that I bought. It's still going. I've had it for like, when was the sketchbook? April. So it's been going for 3 months, and it's nowhere near empty. So yay. Then here's more of our Ashi stickers, Whole Cake Island design for my self-insert, and Perospero. This was around the time I started really liking him. He's super fun. But he is hard to draw in my art style, I'm not gonna lie. More Jake and Milan. I haven't drawn him in a long time, or like made proper art of him, so yeah, he's just thinking about toast. Then, oh yeah, my favorite eye cream. I have 2 of these actually, one in the bathroom, like for use at home, and one in my purse to like take outside. And yeah, I drew Guernica to like warm up for a friend's birthday gift, because I drew Guernica for them. And I see Mellow, just some stuff I drew on separate paper and then drew it in. And here's Barto and me, Mimi, Hongshu. Yeah. I really like this page, it's cute. Then here's, oh yeah, this was when I finished my first writing final. I studied so much for it, and I remember being like on voice chat the night prior with my boyfriend, and I explained like all the stuff to him that I needed to know, and I kept asking him, do you think I'm prepared well? Do you think I will do good? Do you think I'm prepared well? And he was like, you literally explained everything. So I did well, in fact. Here's when I started studying maths. Then here's Law and Melody as children, because they were childhood friends. No, since Law, One Piece spoilers, I guess, since Law was part of the Flamingo's crew as a child. And basically, when Corazon escaped with him, he also took my AU Melody along, but Melody did end up, Doflamingo did get them back. But Law escaped, and this is basically them meeting each other again after Dressrosa arc. So yeah, just them. They're like siblings and stuff. Studying maths. I was just covering all the studying maths stuff with art. Yeah, Paul, and also Paul as a bunny. Well, it's not really him, it's just a bunny that kind of gives me the vibes of him, but yeah, he has hyperdontia, so he has way too many teeth in his mouth, and he doesn't like other people to see that, so he wears a mask, and his sister put stickers on him, so he looks a bit more friendly because he has a resting bitch face. And this is his sister, by the way. Yeah. Then Tosuke, Arisu, and Hybris. Hybris is Jinpachego from Blue Lock, but ossified. Yeah, designs are... I think his design is the most similar compared to the other 2 that I've OC-fied. Or like, I made OCs very heavily based and inspired by those characters, but they aren't just, they aren't AU versions that I OC-fied, they're just like, But yeah, okay, actually he might be the most similar to the original character from Blue Lock, because his gender is the same, I guess, or like, at least the way he his appearance, like gender expression, because the other 2 they have changed a lot. But yeah, there's him, and he's basically the coach of the national team in Mayosi Universe, and Arisu is his assistant, and Tosuke and also some other OCs are part of the national team. Oh yeah, Satoshi is Taku's sister, and Taku is part of the national team. She is, honestly, I don't really know what Sato does in Mayosi Universe. She just kind of exists, but I do want her to have some relation to all the soccer stuff, so yeah. Goldie, some cards from artists that I got at back when I went to conventions. I haven't been to a con in like 2 years, but I'm going to one soon, and maybe I'll go to Comic-Con in December. We'll see. Yeah, anyways, maps. More maps and OCs. Do we have... oh yeah, this was when I got my hair cut. So yeah, I have short hair now. I really like it. It makes me look a little bit more androgynous. And when I had longer hair, I loved the way it looked. But I got like really bad sensory issues whenever it was wet. And I had to style it. And I just hated it at some point. It really annoyed me. Also when I put my hair in a ponytail or with clips, each time it would just hurt my scalp. So I ended up just getting it cut. And I really love the way my hair looks like now. Yeah, more OCs. This is Lua. You've seen him a couple times already in this video, but he's also part of the soccer team I mentioned. Then here's what was his name? Zeki. I don't really know. Well, I haven't really decided on how to pronounce it, let's say it like that. This is a really old drawing. It's from like end of 2022. So yeah. Oh, I actually did end up using some of my One Piece stickers. Oh yeah, here's for Romiya, where I got some commissions. Taku. So Taku is also part of the soccer team. She is a midfielder. Hold on. Lua is... I haven't really decided, but I think he's either defender or like defensive midfielder. And yeah. Tosuke, I don't know. Honestly, he probably just runs all over the field anyways. More Yuma art. Yanji. Okay, so one of my favorite bands, Eisbrecher, recently super recently at this point, but this year released a new album, and there's a song. Basically, it's kind of hard to explain, but the title is, translated to English, Bite Down on My Tongue. And I wanted to draw something with Dynamite and Kiddas, because they're not really toxic yaoi, but they do have actually a healthy relationship, but also sometimes Dynamite's control, or like need for control, gets a bit too much, and like at the same time, Kiddas has a need for someone else to control him because he's kind of unstable and can't do stuff all on his own, and so they kind of add to each other's bad traits, but not necessarily in a way that's harmful for themselves or each other, but it's also not really healthy, but also I don't really know, honestly. I need to write down more about them. Hold up. Yeah, more skincare packages. Fun fact, I got these two on the day when my English final... Oh, what happened here? Oh, this... Oh well. Well, when my English final was supposed to be, and I was on my way to school, and then, but on a train, I started feeling like I was about to throw up. So I left the train and went to my doctor, and I had to wait for my aunt to pick me up because I was not getting in a train again and then risking to throw up in there. And also I had to wait for my doctor appointment because I went in there and I said, hey, I need something because I feel like I feel awful, so I can't go to my final. So I need a doctor's note for that, and she was like, yeah, okay, come back around this time, so I had to wait a bit, and yeah, I went to the drugstore next door and bought spot treatments, skincare. I have a lot of skincare, but I actually use it. I'm not like those people who have like a whole shelf with like 50 products. you know, and I actually just use what I need regarding the ingredients. So yeah, anyways, Taku and Ryo. Ryo is a striker, as I've mentioned. Taku is midfielder. Yeah, just them. And then here's Minithos. I tried using my Koi watercolor set, but I'm just not a big fan of it anymore because the color, you know, the pigment kind of separates. I don't really know how to explain, but you know, the color isn't smooth. Just like these little crumbs in there. So I don't really like using them anymore, but I also don't want to throw them away. I don't know if I still have the set or if I have it in a bag of stuff I want to give away, but I'll probably give it away. Yeah. Show again. I love her. She's so cool. Oh, I love her. Oh yeah, here's Corvio. He is also one of the team members of the soccer team. He's a striker as well. I actually don't have all of the, like, a team needs at least 11 members and some backups. So yeah, I don't even have the goalkeeper. I should work on that. Oh yeah, I saw someone having like a list or a guide or like a plan for when they feel bad or like when something drags them down and whatever, and for different feelings they had different stuff, so I wrote down things as well. Yeah, then I drew Mina and glued in some stuff. This is actually this was around my wrist. I got it at a Pride. Pride. But the little thing that was like keeping it together, it really gave me sensory issues, so I took it off. I also had a rainbow one for a really long time, but I cut it off last summer, I think, because it was starting to give me sensory issues. But yeah, I will glue that one in the sketchbook as well at some point. Also, it says 100% human, if you're curious. Then here's just, yeah, I got like a lot of Blue Lock stickers from a friend 2 years ago for my birthday, and they're really cool, but a lot of them have like stolen art, you know, so I don't want to use them much, but also I need to use them. So yeah, here's, oh yeah, Criticus. Look at him, he's silly, just a little guy thinking about stuff. Then, oh yeah, some my schedule or stuff I wanted to get done that week, and as you can see, none of that is actually like super like important stuff. It's just One Piece episodes, Blue Lock manga, One Piece spin-off manga, and also some other stuff. And also, fun fact, some of the stuff I've wrote on here, like, I did write character profiles, I did play One Piece Odyssey, but I did not swatch all of my copics and put them into the app. I was too lazy to do that. Yeah, this is it Kyrus? No, it's Mystics. This is Mystics. He's the father of Kyrus. Hybris again. And I skipped a page. Diana, oh, I love drawing her. She's a ghost, so she's just like this entity I can draw whatever with. Yeah, more silly doodles. I really love drawing just blobs or mochis or whatever they are. They can be whatever they want to. Then lyrics, and my stomach just grumbled. I should eat something. Well, we're almost done, so I can get some food soon. Taku and stuff I had lying around. Yeah, okay, this is just the stuff lying around. Also, these are tickets from when I saw Oomph Live back in 2023. I still had the tickets, so yeah. Yeah, here's the version of this poster that was in school for Open Door Day, I think. Oh my god, you know, here I got the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast gel, and I use it for my eczema now. I also had their balm, I think, which I used on my shoulders. And I just recently found out they belong to L'Oreal. And L'Oreal belongs to Nestle. And I don't buy Nestle products. I boycott them. So finding that out, it broke me. I did not know L'Oreal belonged to Nestle, so... Yeah, the balm I had of the Cicaplast, it's used up now. I just have the gel left, so... I will finish using it, obviously, but I will not repurchase anything from that brand since, you know, more look stickers. And I was just like, okay, never mind. Whoa, this is actually the last page. I did make it to the end of the sketchbook, guys. I did not just stop after with 5 pages left. Alright, so this is it. Thank you very much for watching, for being here again, for if you made it to the end of this video, wow. Thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you next time whenever that will be. Bye bye!